Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about 5 ways that will extend the life of your Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. I keep my vehicles for a long time and I want to make sure that they last as long as they can. I've owned my 2015 MKZ since 2019 and my 2019 MKZ since 2021. So I've really gotten a chance to get to know the car's personality over the years. I will be specifically talking about the hybrid engines today, but these tips may or may not apply to the other MKZ models. Hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. The goal is to get to 3,000 subscribers, so let's make it happen. Number one thing you can do is keep an eye on your engine oil level. This is the easiest thing you can do. So both my Lincoln MKZs burn a little bit of oil. It loses almost a quart of oil by the oil change time. So I've been told by my mechanic that this is normal for hybrid engines because they continuously start and stop the engine. My mechanic also told me to buy a jug of oil so I can top it off when it needs to be topped off. So back in 2020 I bought a jug of oil and I'm still using it today to top off the oil in both my Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. So it doesn't burn oil significantly, just a tiny bit. I do a lot of highway driving, so my engine is working most of the time. I change my oil every 7 to 10,000 kilometers. So about 5,000 kilometers into my oil change, I check the oil level and almost all the time, it's not where it has to be. So that's when I add some oil in. You should definitely keep an eye on the oil level because I've talked to 2 MKZ hybrid owners on Facebook and their cars threw a rod bearing because their engine oil level was low. That can definitely be prevented if you keep an eye on your engine oil level and topping it off when necessary. Moving on to my second point, which is don't drive this Lincoln like a normal car. By this, I mean don't accelerate hard and be touchy with the accelerator pedal. Gradually accelerate, and by accelerating hard all the time or, coming to complete stops very fast, you are putting extra wear on the motor and hybrid battery. Make sure to use your battery and try to use your electric motors as much as you can instead of having the gas engine continuously kick on. When I'm driving on the highway, I make sure to transition into electric as much as I can to maintain the battery health and, of course, to save fuel. I also make sure to use Grade Assist because it will help charge the battery and maintain your speed going downhill instead of using the brakes. When Grade Assist is on, you'll hear the engine on, but it's not using any fuel. Let me explain. The crankshaft on the engine is turning and the pistons are going up and down, but no fuel is being injected into the cylinders, and thus no combustion is occurring. The engine is simply being used as an air compressor, resulting in a braking effect when going downhill. This is not peculiar to only hybrids. I usually leave Grade Assist on because I live in a hilly area, so it saves a lot of fuel for me, as well as it's easier on the brakes as well. This is what Grade Assist sounds like when it's working. Point number 3, make sure to drive your vehicle often. You want to make sure you drive your car often. For me, I drive my Lincoln 5 to 7 days per week, so it's not an issue for me. A hybrid battery pack can be damaged if it's left discharged for too long, so make sure to drive your vehicle at least once a week. Also, if you do a lot of city driving and you're not using the engine as much, make sure to take it out on the highway every now and then. The key is a sustained high-speed drive, not just a 5-minute romp on the highway from one exit to the other, and then back to start and stop in the city driving. Regardless of the vehicle being old or new, sustained high-speed drive is good for the engine itself, running fuel through the fuel system at a higher pressure, higher temperature, and higher flows. The cooling system fluids get circulated at a higher rate due to the higher RPMs of the engine and heat in the engine. And the exhaust system, including the catalytic converters, also get an opportunity to heat up and have a sustained high volume of gases passing through, and which in turn dries it out completely, and even blowing out any particulates that may have accumulated on the exhaust system walls. Even the suspension system and wheel bearings will get a full continuous exercise during a sustained drive. While there is no real empirical evidence to the benefits of doing this, it always seemed that my car behaves better after a good long drive. Kind of like the fact that the acceleration and speed increase that is felt right after washing and waxing a car. Point number 4, keep your battery pack cool. One of the easiest ways to extend your hybrid battery life is to keep it cool. So avoid parking your vehicle in direct sunlight, and try to keep the temperature inside your car as low as possible. Vehicles like the Toyota Prius has an air filter for the battery cooling system, but in the case of the Lincoln, there's not any that I could find. There is a hybrid cooling fan here, but that you can take out and clean. I made a video on that, which I will leave a link in the description below. Last but not least, wash the undercarriage of your car. This is not just for hybrid vehicles, but for any vehicle in general. Make sure to pressure wash underneath your car and get into hard to reach places. Dirt and debris will remain stagnant in places and will cause rust to form on your vehicles. These Lincolns are known to have rust form underneath the door panels, so it's a good idea to pressure wash that so you can prevent rust. I wash my vehicles at least once a month, even in the winter time, so I encourage everyone to do the same so you can prevent rust. That's going to be it for today's video, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all next time.